A major shakeup appears to be underway at Amazon, which is reportedly set to cut up to 30,000 corporate roles, a move that would represent nearly 10% of its roughly 350,000 office-based employees. Here's a detailed breakdown of why this decision matters, what's driving it, and what the implications might be. 1. Overhiring during the pandemic and the need to recalibrate during the COVID-19 pandemic. Amazon expanded rapidly, particularly in its corporate workforce, to match surging e-commerce demand. Now, the company is recognizing that many of those hires may no longer fit the post-pandemic growth trajectory. Reports note this round of cuts comes as part of cost-cutting efforts following overhiring during the pandemic. In other words, the growth that justified such a large workforce is no longer aligned with the current operational reality. 2. Cost discipline and bureaucratic streamlining under CEO Andy Jassy. Amazon's leadership has been signaling a shift toward efficiency, with Jassy saying earlier this year that automation and AI will reduce the need for some roles. The plan reportedly involves flattening layers of management and reducing what the company refers to as bureaucracy. By cutting roles, Amazon appears to be aligning its cost structure with the next phase, one less about relentless expansion and more about operational leverage. Point 3. Prioritizing AI, automation, and future-oriented investments. One of the standout drivers is Amazon's push into artificial intelligence, robotics, and automation. The company reportedly expects that productivity gains from AI will allow a smaller corporate workforce to handle the same or greater scope of work. For example, the company is said to have deployed its millionth robot across its networks and is exploring orders of magnitude of automation in its fulfillment and office functions. In short, Amazon is redirecting investment away from headcount growth and toward capital and technology leverage. Point 4. Strategic repositioning amid slower growth in core segments. Amazon's cloud business, Amazon Web Services, AWS, while still growing, is doing so at a slower rate than its major competitors. At the same time, Amazon is investing heavily. Reports indicate more than $100 billion in capital expenditures this year to build out AI and infrastructure. The mix of slower growth in certain segments, combined with accelerating investment in others, is creating pressure to reallocate resources and reduce fixed costs tied to legacy structures. 5. The scale and scope of the cuts up to 30,000 jobs across corporate functions, beginning imminently. Emails to affected staff reportedly starting Tuesday. The target represents roughly 10% of Amazon's corporate workforce, 350,000 divisions. Likely impacted: human resources, people experience and technology, operations/devices/services, AWS corporate teams. Importantly, the cuts are focused on corporate staff, not warehouse or logistics workers. So the 1.55 million global employee base isn't facing a 30,000 job reduction proportionally. Point 6. What this could mean, both internally and externally for employees and morale. Large-scale layoffs can erode morale, spike uncertainty, and affect culture. With managers undergoing training on how to handle notifications, it's clear Amazon anticipates significant internal fallout. For investors and market outlook, the stock rose by about 1% on the news, suggesting the market views the cuts as a positive move toward profitability and cost discipline. For the tech/AI industry at large, Amazon's move is part of a broader pattern among tech giants rebalancing after pandemic hiring spurts and shifting toward automation. This lends credibility to the notion that AI is not just a growth vector, but a cost lever. 7. Implications for Africa and remote working contexts. While Amazon is making cuts in its global corporate ranks, the ripples will likely reach down the supply chain, partner ecosystems, and talent markets, especially for remote or international hires. For professionals in Nigeria and across Africa, this is a reminder of the importance of skill relevancy. Professions tied to routine or manual corporate tasks are increasingly at risk. Experience with AI-driven productivity tools, analytics, cloud-native workflows, and remote collaboration remains high value. Employers may prioritize roles that enable transformation, data/AI/automation, over administrative roles.